Oh my goodness. Shut up!
So apparently the non-amazing Lucas, aka the amazing Bottom, is still out here crying about the whole Shiloh Hendrix situation. And he's saying a bunch of other idiotic things. Let's check it out.
So I have to ask myself, how many people, how many conservative networks, how many of these, these grifters out there, how many of them are actually going to cover this story? I'm just curious because they constantly, want to tell you that, hey, race has nothing to do with anything. Racism isn't a problem in 2026. Oh, black people just want to be victims and yada, 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 yada. We know what they are. And the reason why they're race baiters, because that's what you have to understand. The people who accuse other people of being race baiters, they, in fact, are the race baiters. The grifters, the black conservatives and all of them, they're the race baiters because what they are doing is preventing change. They are preventing progress. You can't free the slaves if you have a whole bunch of people who are telling you, hey, the slaves love being slaves. They love having a roof over their head and having a job every day. They're very content with their livelihood. There's no reason to free them. There's no reason to have any type of war or anything like that. They're happy. They're content. They, in fact, are the race baiters. They, in fact, are un-American and antithetical to any progress this country hopes to aspire to.
Free the slaves? What? Huh? There's no slaves. What are you talking about? Lucas, no. Do you still think that you think you a slave? I guess that's why he's always crying about reparations. Slaves didn't have rights, bro. Nor did they have YouTube or internet access. What the hell are you talking about? Slaves. This guy's crazy.
Crazy!
I can't believe he just, yeah, man, we're going to free the slave. What? You sound straight out of a Kendrick Lamar album. Like, that's crazy. I'm sick of Lucas. You swear he's like some black revolutionary. You're not. He's just a clown that likes to wear a nasty hat. You see all the stuff that was on there accumulating. I don't know what's wrong with his hat. He need to wash it though. And then I see he brought the 2 shirts back. I see you got the 2 shirts, the one that's stretched out that look crazy on top of the other one. Okay.
Country hopes to aspire to. But nevertheless, I digress. The reason why I bring this up is because this leads us to our favorite Jewish brethren, okay, Jake Lang. Jake Lang has some amazing hits such as going to BET, saying that black parents are failures while wearing an ankle monitor. That's correct. Jake Lang has such favorable hits of trying to race bait when it came to the Carmelo Anthony case, even attacking Austin Metcalf's father for not agreeing to race bait. But we now see, where that led to.
I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you?
He has such great hits as that. This recent hit is, man, he's going out of his way. And honestly, I think this is a cry for help. But his recent hit is to have an N-word march. That's correct. And let me just be clear. I'm censoring the word. In his post, he doesn't censor it. I believe it's in Minneapolis, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But that's what he's going to have. And you'll never guess who one of the invited speakers are. Maybe you will. One of the invited speakers is Shiloh Hendrix. That's correct. The trailer trash, okay, single mother who called a little black child, a little black autistic child at that, the N-word, and was found guilty and is now doing community service and whatnot and possibly facing up to 20 years if she fails to do her service, to do her time.
Lucas is such a sellout. He could sit there with a straight face and say she was guilty. Of what, Lucas? Speaking at all? Like, huh? Free speech? That's what we guilty of out here? Whoa. All the disgusting things that you say just broadcast it to a plethora of people, and you think that she was guilty. What are you? What are you, Lucas? Besides a clown and dusty and a loser and obsessed with Candace Owens and Black conservative perspective and Officer Tatum, you just have a whole plethora of obsessions. This dude is real bear-like. See what I did there? Anyone that watched the Obsession movie. Anyway, I digress. Lucas, you don't know what you're talking about. You sound delusional and nasty overall. It's foul. I don't think that she should have been prosecuted at all. I don't think that she said anything wrong. And why do you keep talking about some autistic kid? Like, you gonna bring up the fact that the kid snatched something that belonged to her and then ran away, and they have this tendency to steal? You gonna bring that up? No? Okay, I expected that.
To do her service, to do her time. That's who is going to speak here. Now, for all the people who want to tell you, well, Lucas, racism is a thing of the past. You guys just making an issue. You guys see race in everything. What they have managed to do is flip the script. That's what they've managed to do. They've managed to make you think that racism is imaginary, but anti-white racism, that's a real thing. You have to understand. DEI, that's anti-white racism. That's a real thing. All these Black scholarships, that's anti-white racism. That's a real thing. And I want you to understand the lineage of evil. This is why I use that term, the lineage of evil, because there was a moment in time where we had a certain decorum, right? There was a certain decorum. I may understand that you may not like me due to the color of my skin or the music I wear, or how I dress, or my hair. I understand that. But there was always a certain decorum that, in society that we would have. There was a shared understanding. I know you're a racist. I get that. Okay. I'm just trying to get some milk and be on my way. Share understanding that they would keep their mouth closed. You would get looks. It would be, what do they call it? Microaggressions, whatever. Very passive aggressive in many cases. Their hostility, their racism. Now, thanks to the Trump administration, I will say, they feel emboldened. They feel emboldened. And you have to understand, not only do they feel emboldened, but it's a racing of the clock because they're heading towards extinction. So what we're seeing now is really, a scared animal, put in a corner. And now they're trying to lash out. Damn. That's what's literally happening, whether it's to the dating scene and them no longer being, respectable suitors. Not that they ever were, just so we're clear.
What? Oh yeah, let's play the nasty song. Like, what is he talking about? Play the nasty song. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
The Amazing Bottom is one of the biggest racists I've ever seen on YouTube or social media. I don't care if he's Black. A lot of people try to use that as like some shield of protection to just be racist and not have any consequences. If he was white and he spoke about Black people the same way that he talks about white people currently, I don't think he would have a channel for that long. I think it would have got banned. Like, he's pushing the edge and a limit on a regular basis and just being blatantly nasty and disgusting with his words and actions. Stuff that he says is foul. So again, when he says that Shiloh Hendrix deserves to be guilty and all that, what are you, Lucas? Wouldn't you be the same or worse, actually? Haven't you said more disgusting things about a group of people based on the color of their skin? It's like Lucas don't even hear himself when he talks. I wish I ain't hear him at all when he talk. If you're a supporter of Lucas, bless your heart. Bless your heart.
Were, just so we're clear, the only reason that they were picked is because they were in a position of power. And they made sure to cripple any other options that their women could have. They couldn't work. They didn't want them to work. They wanted them to essentially be slaves, but they wanted them to be their slaves. That's what you have to understand. So when it came to the money, they controlled the money. That's where they had that power, that superficial power. And we see throughout history, that's what they've done to much of the country, that superficial power. And if they don't get their way, what do? They act out in violence. So much of their history is really funneled with racism, violence, and misogyny. That's what it is. This is what brings us to present day when it comes to the lineage of evil, because now the script is they want to be the victims and everyone else is the aggressor. Now, if anyone knows anything about history, knows that's a bold-faced lie. And that's where, you get the Sambo soldiers. That's when you get the Fox News and get everyone else to put out this propaganda. It's coming to a point in time where people are not listening to the propaganda. People are sick and tired of the propaganda. And I would hope and pray that the time comes that Black people eventually say enough is enough. Because Black people, unfortunately, very docile, all right? Black men specifically, very problematic, extremely problematic when it comes to any type of freedom. That's what I would say. Because I say that because you have to understand the reason Jake Lang is even, alive and walking today is due to a Black man. You do realize that, right? There was a white mob that was about to put hands, feet, foot, elbows, knuckles on Jake Lang because they had enough, right? You have to understand the type of foolishness, the type of ignorant behavior you have to be engaging in where other white people are like, yo, enough is enough, bro. You got to get out of here. Enough is enough. You got to get out of here.
That's what most people did when it came to that subscription button in your channel. They was like, that's enough. Lucas got to get out of here. Let me make sure I unsubscribe. In fact, when most people come across my videos, they be like, Lucas still exists? Oh my gosh, she's so horrible now. What happened? Especially the way that algorithm works too. Like people will be turned off from your content and never see a video of yours ever again. And then it'll pop up and they're like, oh snap, when did he become so soft? Lucas has always been soft. He's always been a loser. He's always been a clown. He's always been this racist too as well. He was just pretending. He put on a mask real quick. Hold on, let me sneak up in here. And then once I build a subscriber base, I'm gonna take off my mask like a Scooby-Doo episode and just run around like a crazy person, swinging in the air like a helicopter. My bad. I went on my PD Pablo flow with that one. There's going to be a few people that get that reference. But yeah, what you need to do is take that hat off and throw it in the washing machine. Like, I've seen someone say in the comment section too, like, man, when you just be roasting his clothes, man, it throws me off. I don't care. I do my content the way I do it. Someone else said that my voice was too low tone. I was going to curse them out, and then I realized I don't care. I know how my voice is. I'm not going to change it. Put some more energy. No. Nah, I am who I am. You see, unlike the non-amazing Lucas, I'm not going to be fake ever. That's just not my style. So take it how you want. But thank you for the support, though. I really do appreciate you guys if you choose to support me. And Lucas, because I know you watching. I know you just sitting there obsessing over me. Wash your damn hat, like in the shirt too. Just throw the shirt. In fact, throw the hat and the shirt away. It's been through enough. The hat's been through way too much already.
Enough is enough. You gotta get out of here. And who is his savior? His savior was a Black man.
What made you get up there and like stand next to Jake Lang after everything that he's done said?
Because hold up. No, I don't need no mask. I gotta put on these. I don't know what's going on.
All right, the sun and shades.
No, yeah, it's not sun and shades. It's more so of a lens, right? It's a lens I see out of that nobody can see. I don't know how. I just can, right? Divine entity. Now, at the end of the day, my job.
Way to be fucking brave and trying to fucking do something.
Yeah, my job. My purpose on earth, and my spirit told me I'm the son of God, right? A lot of people gonna think I'm lying. And I just showed you again.
I got Jake Lane's
It shows you again that I don't have to lie, but I move off love and unity.
I miss you like a hog miss flop.
A black man saving practically a Klans member. Let that image sink in. And we see with Ryan Clark and many other individuals.
That man protected someone, brought up the Lord, and of course that just made the non-amazing Lucas, his blood boil. He was like, or that demonic energy. You said something about the Lord. Oh. And then he went like reverse Super Saiyan, where he got weaker and weaker to where no one was intimidated at all. Lucas, shut up. For real, you're not even making no damn sense at all. You're showing your true colors. Which, in fact, you know what? Keep going. Keep giving me content. I'm more than happy with you making a fool out of yourself. Come on, man. I'll do videos all day, every day, calling us out. We're going to talk about other things during that video. But yeah, feel free. Make a fool out of yourself. Go ahead. Go full Hassan Piker. You never go full Hassan Piker.
And many other individuals, that the real obstacle for black people as a whole, our freedom, is really black men in positions of power or in positions of tap dancing. That's really the main obstacle. Damn, I'm not worried about Jake Lane. Okay, if we're going to be honest, Jake Lane, when it comes toe to toe with any actual black man, stop it. There is no competition there. Most of these white ignorants, not really concerned with. The real issue at the end of the day are these people, many black men who have been in positions of power that don't want to let go of that power, that they hold on to it with their bare hands, they white knuckle it until eventually the token gets spent. Damn. Because the only danger someone like Jake Lane has is to put out this venom, this toxin to the low IQ white ignorants. But the low IQ white ignorants, they don't stand any trouble for actual black men. They don't stand any trouble for actual, black men within the community. You know this and I know this. So what is happening right now is that we are allowing this. Black men before us, black men before them have allowed it to get to this predicament because we understand at any moment in time, we can end this.
That's true. That's true.
All it takes is 5 black men. That's all it really would take. Genuinely, this thing, it would be game over. We would have reparations. The community would be repaired. We wouldn't have to worry about any type of cultural exploitation. None of that. It would be game over.
Lucas won a race war so bad. He wants there to be beef between cultures and different races. It's wild. Why can't there be more unity? Why can't it be more about love, bro, and respect for each other? Lucas don't want to hear that. For one, it's more beneficial to his channel if he could just keep on, picking certain topics that could make things seem as if both races hate each other between black and white people. It's nasty as hell. Also, I do think that he genuinely hates a certain group of people for no other reason besides the color of their skin. I'm talking about white people. It's clear. He's racist as hell. That's like maybe even beyond my personal opinion, but it's just my opinion. I'm just one person. I'm speaking for myself. You can tell me in the comment section. But Lucas, he's nasty. I'm telling you, I would never speak to this guy on a real life basis. Or if I ever knew him, I wouldn't know him. I would walk right past him, wave him off like a fart.
None of that. It would be game over. But many of black men and following suit, black women have been an ally to our own destruction. Let that sink in. I just want people to understand that. And when it comes to Jake Lane's a provocateur. That's what he is. I wouldn't be surprised if he was being funded by the government, just like many of these other faces that are pro-black, that are trying to cause a division within the diaspora. And when it comes to Jake Lane and his inward march, you know what I You know what I think of it, bruh. You know what I think of it. I would pray that God, for those of you who may be atheists, I guess you maybe have to hope that, I don't know, Mother Nature or something happens. But I would pray that there's absolutely destruction that occurs there. Because anytime that type of wicked is out in the daylight, it should be destroyed. Genuinely, it should be destroyed.
Destroyed? Oh, wow. Yeah, you're a sick individual. If you're a supporter of Lucas, now it's beyond a bless your heart. Now I'm kind of judging you. Now I'm looking at you weird. You okay with this kind of talk? Like, you probably listening to this and getting all riled up. Just raw. I feel like I just watched the whole Roots series. Word? Girl, you just watched Roswell? Was it Rosewood? It don't matter. Either way, the point is, he's trying to just rage or maybe even race bait people into hating each other and watching his trash content. Oh, we're going to watch it. We just going to do it on Internet Exposed. The right way. Make sure y'all subscribing and whatnot. Lucas, you're nasty. Like, this is just sick. Anyone with common sense can hear this and go, yeah, nah, that's not what's up. We ain't rolling with it. I'm definitely not rolling. Unless it's green. Y'all know how Beast Boy like the green.
Because this type of hatred, it's not benefiting the country. Anyone who's trying to maybe, do mental gymnastics to justify this, they're not benefiting the country. This is the problem that is happening in this country is an implosion. That's what's going on. So when you have something that's so hate-filled as an inward march and trying to use this under the guise of freedom of speech, which is a complete misrepresentation of Shiloh Hendrix situation, a complete misrepresentation of the Constitution that they want to interpret. It goes to show that the ignorants are dangerous. They can be dangerous, but they can only be dangerous if we allow them to be. That's what I would say.
He wants people to be afraid of white people. That's foul, bro. And to be clear, we're only breaking all this down for educational purposes as well as entertainment. I'm not okay with racism. Nah, that's not me. It's not for me. Like, I'm a firm believer of not trying to cause anyone harm, especially not based off of hate. That's just disgusting. But people like Lucas, they're not thinking like that. They're thinking with the worst type of mindset, if they're thinking at all.
Allow them to be. That's what I would say. So when it comes to Jake Lang, it is what it is, bro. When it comes to this march, it is what it is. What I would do is absolutely take names and take numbers. Make sure to document everything and anything. Make sure to give faces, make sure to give voices so we can voice match them. I would say do everything in our power to notate who these ignorants are, who these demons are that are willing to go out in the light and perform this wickedness, this evil, this wicked behavior that is, not only a detriment to any type of unity that, they try to put out there. Oh, Democrats are causing division. These people are causing division. It's harmful to that, but it's also harmful to, just people who are trying to live their lives, bro. I think it's also important to document anyone who may be supporting this, because if the country isn't racist as we have been misled to believe, I would suspect a large crowd of white people to be protesting this. I would expect a large crowd of Asian people to be protesting this. I would expect a large crowd of Latinos to be protesting this. We'll see if that happens. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think, whether or not you believe, look, it's a freedom of speech. You may not like it, but they have a freedom of speech to do it. Or you believe, no, it's not. No, it's not. And I think this government, I think this country has let us know that it's not freedom of speech. Because if it was freedom of speech, well, then clearly Trump wouldn't do executive orders on behalf of Israel. If it was freedom of speech, people wouldn't be targeted on behalf of speaking out of what's happening in Gaza, being threatened to be deported.
Man, shut up. I would have a real man voice. Like, shut up. I'm so sick of Lucas, bro. I'm telling you, if I didn't cover him as a topic, I would never watch him. I think that he is serving his purpose as a clown. That's for sure. He's a low-cal. Lucas is just blinded by his hate and rage. It is what it is.